beer, it's good for you.
Hello and welcome to the video. Within this video I'll share a recently recorded interview between myself and Sylvie, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing of Yeast and Nutrients for Lallemand. Sylvie is certainly very knowledgeable and experienced in her field, and I'm sure you will find what she covers in this interview to be very interesting. Not only does it cover Lallemand's flagship yeast now, but also what is coming in the future. So let's get started.
Yeah, so I'm here at the Lallemand stand with Sylvie. Hi Sylvie, nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you too.
I wonder if you could just give us a bit of information about one of your favourite products that has already been released.
I'd love to, absolutely. I'd like to talk about Novalager, which is a product we launched last year at the it was DrinkTech last year in Munich.
Yeah, that's true.
It was really exciting because we had beers made with this new yeast, which is a brand new lager. So it's not something that's already out there. It's something that was hybridized. So that's a technology where you can enhance the quality of a yeast by crossing different yeasts that have important characteristics, and you can really bring those characteristics into one. And so what we wanted to do is, we are aware that lager yeast are sometimes, are more difficult to work with. They are more sensitive to temperature. They don't dry very well. We are a dry yeast producer. And so we wanted to see what we could do to improve this. Also, lagers typically produce off flavor. And it takes a long time for the maturation to get rid of those off flavor. And so we were thinking about what could be done to make it easier for brewers to brew lagers, and home brewers too. And so by crossing yeast, again, that have those desirable characteristics, we were able to create a new lager that's able to ferment at higher temperature, that doesn't produce sulfur.
That was a very important point, I thought.
Because typically that takes time to get rid of if you do produce it. So if you don't produce it to start with, you can produce lager faster. And also very little diacetyl. And that also can take time to be reduced by the yeast. So in a nutshell, you can, it's lager made easy if you want.
Definitely.
You can, first of all, the yeast itself is healthier because it resists to temperature, so it's easier to dry. So you have more live cells in the pack. So very healthy yeast and easy fermentation, higher temperature. Don't need to go as low as 10 or 12 degrees Celsius.
I've actually noticed that you can bring Novalager up to 23 degrees Celsius, and it's still really clean.
We can have it as high as 20. It would be a little more estery, though.
A little, but not much.
But
at 23, I was really impressed.
That's great to hear, because that's the whole point.
And you know, at 23, it's a 2-day ferment. So then it's almost like fake yeast at that point.
Yes.
Which is crazy for lager.
But that lager yeast is a new, if you want, a new type of lager where there is more of the genetic material of the Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is the ale yeast. So it's still a true lager, but you have that much more of the genome of the ale yeast. So it's easier to dry. It's easier to ferment at higher temperature, etc. So with this, that's been now on the market for a good 6 months. We've done a lot of trials around the world. We have customers in Asia, in South America. It's a beautiful thing to have all this feedback from brewers that have tried the yeast and tell, oh yeah, I had great success at that temperature with that dosage, or you know what, actually I didn't like this, but it worked for me when I did this. So we collect all this information and we make this available to our team so they can advise brewers in their own territory or their distributors. And that's how we collect this invaluable technical knowledge.
Absolutely. absolutely.
Because of that exchange with the brewers. So it's a...
So, you know, everyone was really super excited when Novalager came out, you know, to see something that, you know, has been engineered pretty much to be more functional and easier to use.
Not a GMO.
No, that's true. So I guess...
It's engineered naturally.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So I guess what everyone's really wondering is what's coming next.
Yes.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot about that.
No, I'm excited.
But is there anything that you can tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. So the things we are focusing on with this technology, again, I think, you know, we're still interested in other yeast, but what this technology offers the ability to really combine a lot of things. And we want to provide the brewers with solutions that make it easier for them to create fantastic beers that are different from their neighbor. And so, first of all, we listen. We listen to what they would like. We pay attention to market trends, etc. So a lot of what's going to come up in the future is going to be yeasts that are highly performant and will offer something unique. So it could be like a flavor, a specific flavor, or it could be a specific attribute. We focus a lot of time on the interaction of yeast and hops, which we call biotransformation. And we still, like, we're learning a lot more about this, and brewers are very interested in that subject. But there's a lot more to do. And with this, you can achieve those wonderful flavor and aroma, you know, those tropical fruit flavors, etc. But, you know, if you can really work, and I don't like to use create because, again, it's a natural process, but if you can influence,
that's a good one.
Influence the yeast to produce more pineapple or more grapefruit, etc. And really tell the brewer, look, if you do this at this temperature with this dosage, this is what you're going to get. Then that's really useful for them, because, and for home brewers too. Right?
Absolutely.
And they can say, oh, look, I have a recipe, I know what I'm going to achieve. Without adding any flavor to it, you produce it just with the hops and the yeast. So yeast has become this wonderful tool to produce great flavors that, you know, we thought originally would come from either added flavors or hops. But no, you can do this with yeast. You just need...
So is this the clue as to what's coming next then? Is it going to be more tropical fruity flavors?
I think definitely there will be more of that, because that's a big interest from the brewers.
I mean, Verdant, for example, very popular yeast. You know, everyone loves that. It's super popular. But yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
There's room for more, but there is room for something that's well understood and characterized, so that, again, you can tell the brewers what to expect. So Verdant does fantastic. We have other yeasts like New England. Even BRY 97, which is like a West Coast IPA style. And there's room for more, because IPA remains, you know...
Well, we're definitely ready for more, and I really look forward to seeing what you release next. Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Sylvie. That's really much appreciated. Cheers.
I do hope that you found this video useful, informative and interesting. If so, why not consider liking and subscribing? For further support, you can join the channel's Facebook group, and if you would like to support the channel, then check out the channel's merchandise store, as all profits go back into the channel. Until next time, happy brewing!